Going in. Going in. It's time. It's time. Candy and Tony are already over there giggling about something. Already. I am a minute early. Diving in. Hello, everyone. I see you jumping into to the live here. Good to see everybody today. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. We want to know... Oh, I guess I better activate my QOD there. Oof. We want to know what your favorite fall drink is. What is it? What's your favorite fall beverage? What's your favorite fall beverage? Allison, Emily, Jamie, Rosie, Dawn. Good to see you, Amanda. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. Greatly appreciate that. Sharing is vital for us to get in front of as many people as possible. It helps us in more ways than you could possibly imagine. Thank you so much for that. MCAT, spiced apple cider. It's been a hot minute since I had that. Now, when you have spiced apple cider, is it typically hot? I imagine so, right? That's a warm drink. It's warm. Pumpkin spice, Cooper. We're going to see a lot of that today, I think. Akasha, hello. Good to see you, Lady Stormfly. Off work today, so you get to see this full live? Wow. Heck yeah. Hazel Love Apple Cider. Michelle Heather, good morning to you as well. Neil, Egg Night Latte? Ooh. Hot Apple Cider, Emily. Yeah. Ford Tough. Apple Cider there again. Jamie, Hot Cocoa or Apple Cider. Not together. It seems like they wouldn't blend together well. Emily, good to see you. Silver Moon Angel, good to see you there as well. Candy Thunder, thank you so much for sharing the live. Appreciate that, Tater. Maria, thank you for sharing the live as well. Greatly appreciate that. Tony Spark, Iced Apple Crisp Macchiato. Bougie. It is a little bougie. You have to admit, it's a little bougie. Chelsea, Stephen, Todd, Apple Cider, Diana, Apple Cider. Also, before I forget, Darla Kimball, whenever Darla shows up here, sent us some really, really cool gifts. Sent us some Ask on Scale mouse pads. Sent us some vinyl die cut decals for the DFHB Club and Protect the Cake and all kinds of stuff. It was very, very cool. So Darla, if you're here, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate that. Piotr, evening. Good to see you, Nisi. Caramel spiced apple cider. Ooh. Darla, Silver Moon Angel, Emily, Louise, and Lady Stormfly with the shares. Thank you so much for that. And another Wednesday, another day without an email telling me your story was chosen to read on live. I'm so sorry. You have to take that up with Tony Spark. Kaz in Australia. Good to see you, Kathy Joe. PSL for life, baby. Tony Apple Pie Moonshine. Oh, there you go. That's a different time of day, though. Shayla, hello there. Good to see you. Janine, Gingerbread Latte. MCAT, always hot. Yeah, gotcha. Jamie, Eggnog. Yeah. Piotr, thank you so much for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate that. I'm way behind here. Ronnie, listen to while you mow the yard. Heck yeah. It's we're in that weird time of year. I don't know where you're at geographically, but we're in that weird time of the year where it's like colder out, but the grass is still growing. Still got to mow it. Saw somebody mowing yesterday. It was early in the morning, and they had like one of those Carhartt like full suit things on because it was cold. Like mowing when it's cold out is just weird. Stephanie needed an update on the girl whose friend asked her to remove a mole. I don't know if we had that today. I don't know. Oh, we already read that one, didn't we? Yeah, we already read that update, actually. Yeah, we read it. She decided not to go through with it. Decided not to do it. Still getting raspberries. Walter. Winning Wednesday with Dusty. Hi, Candy. Stina, good to see you there. Hello. Hello. Graham, Pam K, Nicole, Heather Lee, thank you so much for sharing the live. Samantha, you as well, greatly appreciate that. Brooke, No E, and Pam K with the shares as well. Thank you so much. Mode, not ode. There you go. No likes goal today. There is a likes goal today. Gosh, Jernitz. There is a likes goal. Let me get it up there. There we go. Likes goal of 900K. Thank you for the reminder. Greatly appreciate that. I knew I was missing something. I just knew it. Apple cider? There are other kinds of cider, right? Not just apple cider? I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good question. Be not afraid. We just started. Just now getting started. Year-round root beer, Christian Museum Girl. Ooh, glass bottles. I think it was whenever we worked at Outback Steakhouse, Candy Thunder. I think they had root beer in glass bottles. Did they? Cracker Barrel has it in glass bottles. Somewhere else does too. It's root beer in glass bottles is amazeballs. Samantha, thank you so much for the share. Dana, Chipmunk Forever, Cherry Blossom with the shares as well. Mama Oki, Danielle, Michelle, Penny, Jen Page, Be Not Afraid with the shares as well. And Pam K, thank you so much. Diana, Gen X Brat, thank you. Savannah, hey, thank you so much there. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, our first goal today is 2K bolts to get Tony Spark up on the camera today. Greatly appreciate that. So it's not operational today because we don't have the long ass USB cable that we need for it. But I got a gift for Tony Spark and Candy Thunder. I put a microphone in between their desks. It's a gift. It is a gift. It is. You can argue with me all you want. It is a gift. Because you guys know from being on lives, there are so many times when they're trying to say something and you guys can't hear them, but you need to hear them. So what's going to happen is once we get the cable we need, they're going to be able to chime in at any point and you'll actually be able to hear them because I have a mic that they can just swing back and forth between their desks and say whatever they want to say.
We think we'd like it that we're going to just the first time just be able to talk just in your ear and see how long it takes before you cut it off.
Well, here's the deal. You won't be able to just talk in my ear. If I can hear you, everybody can hear you. Yeah. Yeah. We're not doing it like the actual radio show producer kind of thing where you say things and only I hear it. Because I don't know how to pull that off with the gear that I have here. Sorry. Sorry. So yeah, 2K lightning bolts to get Tony Spark up here for the first time today. QOD, of course, is still up here. Favorite fall drink. Let me get that off of here. And we'll use it whenever we have the confetti up there. That's what it was. I messed it up and I activated the QOD on the wrong scene. Whatever. You guys don't care. Okay. Coming up, we have stories about uncooperative aunts or aunts, depending on however you want to say it, toxic mother-in-laws, bad blood with coworkers and friends, feuding siblings, angry exes, broken porch swings, and of course, pie stories, cake stories, and spicy stories galore. Stay tuned. First goal, of course, is 2K bolts. We're at 1.4K for that already. Likes goal today is 900K. You guys are well on your way for that already. Make sure you're hitting up Linktree in the bio to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have our next YouTube member exclusive live coming up next Thursday. So if you're not a member yet and you want to be able to take part in that live, make sure you do that. It's going to be right before Halloween. So I'm not saying for sure that I'm going to dress up for it, but I'm going to dress up for it. Newest podcast is out with special guest Candy Thunder. And there's been a lot of really positive feedback on that, which we really appreciate from you guys who have already watched it. If you have not watched or listened yet, be sure to tune in on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else that has the audio podcast. Next week, we will be doing a Halloween themed live. Check this. That's right. Next week, next Wednesday, October 25th, 3 p.m. Central, will be the Halloween live scream. There will be costumes. There better be candy. And I don't know what else there will be. But that's going to be fun. That's going to be awesome. And as you can see, I'm already excited about it because I get to do some different graphic stuff there. So if you have any Halloween themed AITA stories or good Halloween related stories, we need them. Please send them to us at dusty-thunder.com on the submit your story form. Also, don't forget about our partnership with Try Treats. We haven't talked about them in a while, but they are international treats from all over the world. You can check them out with the Linktree link in our bio as well and use the code DustyThunder to save $bucks on them. And don't forget, we have this going on today as well. Wheel of Thunder is going on at the end of today's live. The top 10 gifters, 2 new subs and 2 existing subs will go on the Wheel of Thunder. We'll be giving away 2 sticker packs. Is it just the 2 sticker packs today? Or do we have the one the one poster. We're out of posters now. We finally given away our last big 24 by 36 poster. So we're to sticker packs at the moment. But remember, don't feel obligated or pressured to gift. We never want you to do yourself financial harm by gifting to us. You take care of you and yours first. Also, we're going to be furthering the movement to try to thank gifters once we hit goals instead of doing it throughout the stream. We're still going to be easing that way. So don't you worry. We'll do our best to hit everybody in that as well. No spoilers again. Please, you ought to know that by now, but please don't spoil if you've heard the story that we're talking about in chat. If you do spoil and you get caught, you probably will get muted. So just be careful with that. We did have an incident last week where I think it was Cooper. I think you got caught in the crossfire while the mods were trying to take down some spam accounts there. So apologies to you there, Cooper. If you guys see spam accounts, just know that mods, typically Candy and Nisi, are going to be actively blocking them. So don't worry, they got it. Are you guys ready to rock? Let's do it. Gift goal one. We're almost at 1.7K out of 2K. We're almost there. Almost there. Also, the Stig here at Stormcloud Marketing, the creative director, Jessie, who you will never see her face because she doesn't want you to, is taking candid photos today during the stream. So you will actually see photos and some marketing materials from today's stream on stuff moving forward. So that's going to be fun. Hazel, I should dress up as Moira Rose, as Dr. Clara Mandrake. Oh, man. Brittany, yeah, you made it before the stories started there. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you didn't get to see the promo story for today, the story that got posted to promote the live, Navy Thunder was she hammed it up pretty good in there. She's just naturally adorable, but somebody was walking their dogs right in front of our house right as we were trying to record this, and she was just like, "Oh, dogs, nothing else mattered. I love my doggies. I love my doggies." It's the last one. The last one did it for me. It was hilarious. Yeah, Bobby Joe, TikTok notified you 9 minutes late, but they did it. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. And texts are working now. Yeah, that's awesome. Charlie with the TikTok live book. Thank you so much, Charlie Jean. Also with the lightning bolts, Pam with the lightning bolts, Cody C, Allison. We hit it. We hit it. So I can go through and thank everybody now. Non-bolt gifts. Let me catch up on those right quick here. Laura with the hat and mustache. Greatly appreciate that. Silver, with the rose. Rosie Perkins with the heart me. Greatly appreciate that. Let's go ahead and thank some folks and get Tony Spark up here right quick. Get the confetti rocking here again. I don't know why I had to say it like that again. Pam K, Michelle Heather, Elise Newman, Cody C, Fluffy Buddy, Charlie Jean. We've got Serenity's Turmoil, DJJM, Haley Rain H2O, TF90, Candy Thunder, Ali Franz, Cup of Tea Daily, May Featherhead, Mama Jams, Lady Stormfly, Dylan Sprigg, Sarcasm and Sage, Hazel Love, Okie Dragon Mama, TARDIS RN, Nerdy Eowyn, Mama Silver, Arm, Maniacal, Piotr, Chelsea Stevens, Snowman Collector, Mom 12661, Becky Poirier, Queen Huntress, Gen X Brat, Mima, Diana 5520, NB the G, Tanya Wambolt, Little Laura, Steppy, Bex Lloyd, Soapy Socks, Alicia Suver, Rosie Perkins, Lindsay B. Lindsay, Chipmunk Forever, Twinkle Saz, Krista Museum Girl, and Prep Girl 313. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. We're going to get the next one set up right quick, and then we'll bring Tony Spark on to chat with you for a moment. Found it. This is a new one. Very, very aptly timed here. Ooh. Caps lock is on. Uh-oh. This will unlock a pie story and a Candy Thunder appearance. We have 1,500 pumpkin spice lattes up. So that is the current goal here. And, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to yell it because I don't want to hurt Candy Thunder's ears, but luckily I had this handy-dandy button I can use here to introduce the one and only. Ladies and gentlemen. Tony Spark!
Jump in at any time there, bro.
Alright, how's everybody doing? Hey, Justin, can you see that on my back? the tire tracks from the bus you threw me under when it came to Anne's story. Was that the bus that
What did you want me to do?
you threw me under?
I don't take those.
I would like to throw Caden under the bus. So I'm just going to pass the blame off on that one. So
Take turns throwing people under the bus.
yeah. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Oh, also, somebody asked why it's always apple cider. We did have a discussion in the back that you could have, Miles said peach cider. We thought pumpkin cider. Oh, yeah. Like so. Sweet.
Yam cider.
Baked potato cider. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. My favorite fall drink, I like the iced apple crisp macchiato from Starbucks. Or apple pie moonshine. Two very different vibes for very different occasions. It wasn't me. Caden, we know it was you. Pear cider. I drink baked potato cider. Chiefs cocktails, Cooper. Usually just beer. Sometimes some vodkas in there. Just depends on the vibe. Apple pie moonshine around a fire. Yeah. Tony does like one drink. Ted likes the other 10. Apple pie moonshine. Apple pie moonshine is good. Beef cider. Okay. My phone's been hijacked by Dusty Thunder. Beef cider. Yeah. What is moonshine, Rosie? It's alcohol. Very strong alcohol usually. Sometimes it's made in not a legal way, but chicken cider. Yeah. Chai tea with pumpkin cream from Starbucks. So the apple crisp macchiato is the first drink from Starbucks I'd ever had. I'd never had Starbucks ever in my life before until I started working here. And then I was pressured into it. And the problem is I was pressured into trying this apple crisp macchiato. I was like, okay, I'll try it. Because I wasn't really even a big coffee guy. So I tried it. Well, the problem is it's a fall drink. And what happens when fall's over? They take it away. So I got used to this drink. And then it took me a while to get back into finding a drink I like. But now it's just the iced caramel macchiato. That's my go-to. Chili cooking was good. Kaz, it was good. It was a long night, but it was good.
Apple cider moscato.
Oh, fancy. Caramel apple spice. Yeah.
Kaz wants to know how the chili cooking went.
It was good.
Lots of chili.
If I ever been to Michigan, I have been to Michigan. Long time ago. We had some friends who had a house on one of the lakes. There's a bunch. So it was on one of the lakes and we stayed there and it was cool. Was bourbon. What's up, Dylan? Bourbon, yeah. What's your go-to bourbon, Dylan? My favorite's Woodford, probably. 1792 if the occasion calls for it. How's our gifts doing? Good. Whoa, cat. Gamer cat.
Katie with the cat.
Miss Celine, you can't go wrong with hot chocolate. Woodford. Dude, I feel like Dylan and I should just be best friends, honestly. What? Caden is over here being attacked by a bee. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'll let Dusty read some stories now. So, bye, y'all.
Caden better just let a bee loose in here. I don't know what in the world is going on there. He found a bee in his hood, and so you're likely to see me get attacked by a bee on stream today. So if it looks like I'm shadow boxing or just doing random ninja, it was huge.
It was not a bumblebee. It was a mutant.
It was a mutant, he says. Oh, great. Hey, Elda up there in KCMO, go Chiefs. Heck yes. We are at 511 of 1500 on the PSLs. We're rocking and rolling that direction. Nikki with the Heart Me, Sunrise Bubbles with the Rose, Justina Josfadzi with the Heart Me as well. And Katie, again, thank you so much for the Gamer Cat. Brianna, first gifter with the Heart Me there as well. Thank you so much for that. Wolves Blutz with the Rose as well. We're ready to get rock and rolling on a story here. You guys ready? This is a follower submission. OPs were notified ahead of the stream today. So if you got an email from us that your story was going to be included in today's stream and you want to claim your story, you know what to say in chat. Chat always does a great job of notifying us. Thunder Spark Cider. Ooh, we should make a recipe for that. Caden Thunder, I do not want to end up as B-Man. It's not as cool as Spider-Man, huh? It's just not. Hey, Terry Hickey. Joined the storm. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. All right, let's rock and roll. Our first story of the day is this. Will I be the astronaut if I throw away / return my child's birthday gift to the aunt that brings it? That's right. I said aunt because I'm being bougie. I, female 32, am preparing to throw my child their birthday party. I go all out every year with themes of my kids' favorite show / movie of the time. I make decor and treats that are on theme with the event, and everyone we know is always invited with the idea that gifts are not needed to bring. We just wish to spend time with the family to celebrate my children. With that being said, most people do bring something small anyways as a show of good faith, and we have never had issues with that until recently. For context, my family rescues animals. We currently have 8 ferrets in our care, and no, they don't stink like people assume. Our pets are free roaming, which means they have a very large cage. But the house is designed for them to run freely day and night like a cat would, with the house being picked up and dealt with for their safety every night. Ferrets, like most animals, love rubbery items, but will rip said item apart, potentially swallowing the pieces, which can lead to severe health complications or death. Every holiday / birthday, we always remind our family members that we do not allow rubber rings, stress balls, poppets, etc. as gifts for our kids, as years ago, a rubber ring made its way into the house via a toy gift bag, and we lost one of our rescue runs. It devastated our whole family, and we changed how we viewed our animals, leading to us starting the rescue, and we vowed to never let it happen again. Every year since this incident, however, my sister-in-law, who gave my child the gift bag of doom just mentioned, no matter how many times she is reminded, will bring gifts to our children that can harm our pets. My youngest gets excited to see these gifts, but has to end her day in tears because I have to throw away her gift once everyone leaves. She understands even at a young age that she can't keep that gift, and we always take her to pick something new out the next day. While it has worked out in the past, I've become tired of having to make my child feel bad after she opens her gifts. I am so tired of having to purchase something new for my child in the name of her aunt. Buying this new gift doesn't break the bank, but it isn't something we budget for in the week leading up to those parties. What I am asking is if I would be the a-hole for checking my sister-in-law's gift before it hits the gift table and giving it back to her, or even tossing it out in front of her if it contains any possible hazard for my pets. I know that she is currently not in the best place financially and that she is going through her own personal stressors, but I don't feel that it is fair to ignore my pet's safety and my child's feelings about these doom gifts just because she is going through stuff. We have multiple birthday / holiday parties throughout the year, and each time the reminder is given, and each time it is ignored. I feel I should also mention that she is currently moving in with something. I feel I should also mention that she is currently moving in with someone who also has a ferret. So I feel that she really needs to understand the potential danger. So would I be in the wrong for doing this? And the question here is, would I be the astronaut if I throw away or return my child's birthday gift to the aunt that brings it? Hell no. No, I mean, you created clear boundaries here. You created, you have a policy in your house, and you remind her every time. And she ignores it every time. You know, I think there might be a middle ground that would be worth exploring here, and that would make everything easier on you, and that is to request a gift receipt. That way, at least you can go exchange the gift. You don't have to throw it away. You don't have to be out of pocket to buy something new to replace that gift. And not having to throw it away would probably be a little less traumatic for your kid as well. Just request a gift receipt. And then that way, if there is something that doesn't meet the parameters of the safety protocols that you have in place, then you can just go exchange it. Now, if you request that, she's probably not going to listen to it, right? Because you remind her every year what not to do, and she goes ahead and does it, either because she doesn't care or doesn't realize that the thing she's getting falls under being dangerous. But she's going to learn. If she's moving in with someone who has a ferret, she's going to find out, because hopefully they'll educate her. And I agree. I mean, you are understanding that she is going through her own stressors of her own, but this is something that happens over and over and over and over and over again. And you shouldn't have to remind her every time. You shouldn't have to throw the gift away. You shouldn't have to break your kid's heart. The gift receipt would be an option that would hedge against a lot of that. I don't know. What do you guys think here? Open all gifts at home after the party. Kia says that's an option. Anthony says don't invite the aunts. I mean, that's an option too. Almost halfway to the goal. Heck yeah. We just hit it 50% on the PSL goal to get a Pie Story and Candy Thunder up here. Sketchy Aunt, Reg Mayan. Like the name, by the way. I read it correctly. My brain really wanted to say Meg Ryan, of course. Ann in Bracker says call Aunt ahead of time to remind her and let her know that you'll check before giving the gift to kiddo. That's not a bad idea. If you think she would take offense to you checking the gift ahead of time, then letting her know that you're going to check it just to make sure, because you've been trained to expect her to not follow directions, and you've been trained because of her behavior. She can't get pissed off about that. She might still, but she shouldn't. She's proven herself unwilling or unable to follow those directions. I do think the gift receipt is worth the request. Most people would be happy to provide that. It's not that big of a deal, but then you can exchange it if there's a problem. Caden Thunder, shout out ferrets, protect the ferrets. I thought he held a fist in the air, but it was a thumbs up. I was like, oh, is this like Caden Thunder stands in solidarity with the ferrets? Diana, how about a gift card instead? Yeah, I mean, that would be good. I think the problem here is that you've got someone who doesn't listen. So if you request the gift receipt or you request gift cards, you request whatever, she's probably not going to listen. And that sucks. But you're not going to be an ass Canot at all for checking it ahead of time. I would be super tired of feeling like the bad guy and making my kid disappointed because someone else didn't follow instructions. Jamie, you think everyone sucks here? Why do you think everyone sucks here? Also, Olivia, thank you for the heart me. Janice with heart me as well. Thank you guys so much. I did see a notification from TikTok that our team actually leveled up to, like, our community leveled up to like the second level. So the heart me's that you guys are doing and joining our team is paying off. We greatly appreciate that. I should have stopped after the first time. I agree with that, Jamie. Why would you think the OP sucks here, though? April May I says, I always message a pic of the gift for parent approval. It's a surprise for the kid, not the parent. That's smart. Most people probably aren't that nice, that thoughtful. TLS, I would be checking all the gifts and giving back to the aunt who can take it home. That would work too. Because she has put her kid through the distress for some reason. Amazon wish list gave her choices of safe items, Amanda. Yeah, that would be smart. And again, I think everything falls back to, you can request, but there have been rules created already. This is just someone who doesn't follow them. And Jamie, to your point, I don't know, she's tried to prevent her kid from having to go through this in the first place, but you have an aunt who won't listen. And that's the big problem here. Jamie, no, the first time I would have said, don't bring a gift. I will toss it just right there. Yeah. Cooper, sister-in-law's drinking Drano. Did an aunt gift a ferret? No, I don't believe so. Yeah, even with less people will do what they want, Annie. Yeah, and I think that may be the problem that we have is that if you've got someone who won't listen, then a gift receipt or warnings or letting her know that you're going to check the gift ahead of time. If she doesn't listen, then it doesn't matter. You're not the asshole no matter what you do here because she's not going to listen to it. She might take offense to you checking the gift. She might take offense to you requesting a gift receipt. She might take offense to anything that you do, but it doesn't matter because you created boundaries and she's ignored them. So it's follow the rules or don't show up. That's it. That's it. Oh, Jen, you think the aunt is thinks they're being too sensitive and doing it on purpose, well, hell, I mean, being too sensitive, is it actually causing death in one of their animals? So you would sure like to prevent that. The other side of this is, depending on how old the kids are, if the ferrets actually like tear apart the rubber thing and expose small items that are inside that are a potential choking hazard for small kids, then there are multiple concerns across here. Hey, Black Crewmate, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. I saw a similar message from Jen DuPont Johnson up there as well. Thank you so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. Give her a fence. Explain every detail of how she killed a ferret before. TRS. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea right there. So yeah, NTA in my book here. And I do think the gift receipt is a potential olive branch bridge that isn't maybe as abrasive as telling her that you're going to be checking everything. Just ask for the gift receipt. But you're not an asshole for checking it ahead of time, though. Blake Too High subscribed for the first time and became a member of the Storm. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Tony Spark with the fire there. Sarah Ebbetson with the heart me. Greatly appreciate that, guys. We're getting close on those pumpkin spice lattes. And let me see if I have anything we need to talk about there. We are at 184K of the 900K. We're at 20% already, right after the first story. So we're rocking and rolling there. Almost at 1,200K of 1,500 for the pumpkin spice lattes there. I don't know why I have to say about that. Someone KO'd a ferret MIDI. Yeah. The aunt got a gift a long time ago that ended up killing one of their ferrets. Beans in the pillow, Cooper. There you go. Spadados from Dublin, Ireland. Good to see you there. Are ferrets like weasels? Are ferrets like weasels? Is that how you would explain them? Alien Orca, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. We actually have this shirt and many others like it for sale in our swag shop, which you can find through Linktree. It is available right through there. It's also available if you go to dusty-thunder.com. You can get there that way too. Furry tube-shaped rats, Ellen says. Is that the official description in the dictionary of them? Furry tube-shaped rats. They are long cat squirrels. I'm loving your guys' descriptions of what ferrets are. It's like a cat squirrel. It's a squirrel that was bound and quartered and just stretched out and then released and then repopulated. Cat snakes are the best. There you go. Ferrets are weasels. Okay. A weasel is a ferret is a weasel. Think otter but doesn't swim and more mean. Cool. I knew somebody that had a ferret as a pet one time, and they are pretty cool. It was like an albino ferret, though. White. Very cool. A group of ferrets is called a business. Is that legit, Jen, here? So it's a group of weasels. It's a business. Wonder if that's punny. Noodle snake. There you go. Ferrets are not weasels, but are related. Okay. Related. Yes, legit. It's called a business. Wow. Holy cow. 1335 of 1500. I'm vamping for just a second to see if we can get there before we dive into our next story. To give you an idea of what we've got coming up, we have, including the one that we just read, 4 follower submissions, 2 stories from the AITA subreddit, a pie reward story, a spicy reward story, and 2 cake reward stories. That's what we have up on the docket today. If we can get to all of them, we'll see how that goes through. Pathetic excuse of a lone wolf sharing the live. Emily, Soul Coach, sharing the live as well. Don Newman, CJ, MX, thank you guys so much for the shares there. Greatly appreciate it. Bella, you got bit by a ferret once? That's intense. Jasmine, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate that. And Lorianne Robinson sharing the live. Thank you so much. Nisi sharing the live as well. And let's jump in on the unknown with a follow. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. 1441. We're going to get there. Candy Thunder's already getting queued up here. She's ready. She's like, the pie story. Yeah. Got there. Cool. All right. We're there. Let me go ahead and give some thanks to people for this. And then we'll get that pie story queued up. Yeah. You know, it's that time of year. Pie stories. Michelle, Heather Lynn, DJJM, Serenity's Turmoil, TLS Journey, Candy Thunder, Elise Newman, Katie Davenport, Pam K, Jen here, May Featherhead, Prep Girl, Chelsea Stevens, Haley Rain, Mungau, and M. Bracker, Sarcasm and Sage, Susan R.S. Smart, Susan R. Smart, Diana, Fluffy Buddy, Twinkle Saz, A.K. Mary, Olivia and Sons, Nikki Davis, Charlie Jean, Just Heather, Mama Silver, Juan Preach, Tony Spark, T. F. Dylan Sprague, LMD10, Jill's Realm, Okie, Dragon Mama, BS Mofo Show, Josh Inagami, Cody EEC, Golden Owl Supply Co., Hazel Love, Crystals M, Piotr, TARDIS RN, Snowman Collector, Natasha R, Rosie Perkins, Soapy Socks, Shadows, 1978, and Not That Ellen. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. Golden Owl, Chris, I was talking about you like 30 minutes ago. I'm glad I saw your name there, and it was a reminder. I need to message you about the keychain things that we talked about a while back. We have a potential cool new Dusty Thunder thing coming to you guys here. We just gotta re-stoke the conversation. Okay, the next thing that we have going on here is, let's see if I can find it. Okay, there he is. There's that cool guy. And a low number here. What is this going to unlock? A Caden Thunder appearance. And confetti. We are going to have a goal of 45 Franktastics. Franktastics are what we are going for now. Okay, do you want me to go ahead and read the pie story first? Okay, so I'm going to read the pie story. We're going to get rocking and rolling here. Let me go back to this. Oh, there come the Franktastics. Hey, before we do that, Weekree, thank you so much for the hand heart. Greatly appreciate that. Stephanie with the rose. Weekree with the paper crane. Heather Lynn with the cuddle with me. Very nice. Jennifer Walker with the pumpkin spice latte. And we've got some roses from Amy, from Elle, from Jennifer, from Justina. Greatly appreciate that so much. I see you, Tony Spark. I see you. Okay. Let's dive into the pie reward story here. This is a follower-submitted story, so Opie, if you're in chat and you want to claim it, you know what to do. This is, am I the ass Canot for yelling at my husband? I, 28 female, yelled at my husband, 36 male, for finishing the apple pie that I made this last Sunday. Little bit of a backstory. My husband's boss had given him a bag of apples since he had gone to an orchard last weekend, and I told my husband, let's call him Craig, that I would make Craig's boss a pie for him and his family. I make pies from scratch. They are super delicious and they turn out great. So last Sunday, I spent 3 to 4 hours making this pie. I did lattice work on the pie crust and ensured that it looked and tasted amazing. I ended up having a leftover pie crust dough and made a smaller pie for my husband and I to have. Pie was small, as in maybe 4 pieces total, but still delicious. Mind you, while baking, I was a little elevated, if you know what I mean. And my husband teased me to not eat any of the pie that I had made us, due to being elevated. That's a good way to put it. Elevated, I like that. Fast forward to today. I had been traveling for work Thursday night, all day Friday and Saturday, and got home Saturday afternoon. Sunday, a week later from Mini Pie's inception, I go to look in our refrigerator to discover the pie is gone. Craig had eaten all 4 slices of the pie that I had made, and I lost it. I was pretty worked up due to the fact that I slaved for hours the previous Sunday making delicious pies for everyone else but me, and come to find out, my husband devoured the whole thing while I was gone, and I didn't even get to have any. Craig argued and said it would have been old, so that's why he finished it. But I know that while I was gone for work Thursday night and Friday night, he also admitted to getting elevated. So am I the ass Canot for yelling at my husband because he ate all of the pie that I made? I think we need reinforcements for input on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen. Candy Thunder!
Now that I can't hear you. And now it's hard to know when to
You're good. Once your face is there, you can absolutely start rocking and rolling with your responses here. It's Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. And now, all the pomp and circumstance without harming her ears.
There you go. I mean, I know I got what I wanted, but now I'm like, can we go? Can we go back to the other way?
You want me to yell it again?
No, it's okay. So let's thank OP for introducing us to the word elevated.
Elevated, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that used. But also, I think you're the asshole in this situation. I don't think it was a week old pie. Tony said the statute of limitations were up, and I agree with him.
Yeah. So what is the hold time on like food that you put in the fridge? If it's community food, like it's supposed to be for both of you, but it's something. But if it's something that you make, does that elongate the period of time where you should have some kind of claim on it?
No, I mean it's a week old. Like that's a long time to let a pie sit in the fridge.
It is.
So I feel like it was there and he ate it. Like if she wanted it, she had Monday through Thursday to eat this pie, and she didn't eat it. So her husband was like, "I'm elevated. I'm gonna eat some pie," and he did. She should be. That's a compliment.
Angel says they have a 24-hour rule unless you state otherwise. Frankie J's mama says possession is 9/10 of the law.
They had
pie is not safe if elevated, Wendy. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Neither are cosmic brownies.
This is true.
They taste so much better.
You've heard.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Sometimes she puts the cosmic in cosmic brownies. There's an elevating. Isn't that one of the Schitt's Creek episodes? Whenever Alexis takes all the ladies to that thing where they're on the step. Treadmill.
Yeah,
are they elevating?
Yeah.
It's like elevate. Yeah.
And they're like, I think this is a cult.
Yeah, this is a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the gateway like a real thing, or is it like figurative? Oh, it's symbolic.
Trish,
But it's also absolutely a real thing.
Someone else's slice of pie always tastes better anyway.
The grass is always greener. Yeah, I mean, OP, I understand being upset and wanting to, but I feel like in this case, enough time had passed to where if you had wanted to make sure that one of those slices was ready for you when you got back, you needed to verbally claim it or put a sticky note on it or something and say, this is reserved for me. Please don't eat it all. And probably do all of those things as a reminder.
I don't understand why she didn't eat earlier if she wanted it. I think she came home and was like, I really want pie. But Anthony P did us a solid and said, Google says 4 days for a fruit pie.
Wow, there's like a widely accepted period of time?
According to Google.
Or that's like how long it can be stored in a fridge. Is that the question?
Yeah, maybe if it's like freshly made. So many pie questions. We need an expert. It's too much.
So Jocelyn says NTA wasn't a week and he should have communicated about eating it, and she told him it's for both.
I think if it was us and there was like a pie in the fridge and I really wanted a piece of that pie, I would take it out and put it in a container and write my name on it and be like, my pie.
Ava would. Ava for sure would. Ava,
well, she's mine.
She knows. She's very protective of things that she wants to make sure are left for her. Yeah, I can imagine, if there was one piece of like 4-layer dessert that comes to mind because we're getting into that season. If there was one piece of that left and you had been like gone or busy for a few days and I happened to be at home and I happened to see it and it spoke to me, if I looked at the 4-layer dessert and it was like, bow, 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 I've been really trying, baby. If it was just that time, if the time was right, you know what I mean? I could see you walking in the door, me with the empty container.
This has happened with dirt cake. And I'm not lying.
Me with the empty container, spoon in my hand. I am powerless against dirt cake.
And it was like, I was genuinely disappointed. But again, it had been in the fridge for so long that it was fair game. But I was genuinely disappointed that there was none left. He's got like a dirt cake mustache. And I'm like, I'm really upset about it. But
I'm like, I'm not even sorry. It was so good.
Yeah, he's like Joey. So
it was so,
when he takes
I'm
the
not even sorry. Not even sorry.
No, Frankie J's mama. No one can turn down dirt cake. It's so good.
No, but I would also wait, X amount of time before being like, all right, screw it.
He didn't wait. He just ate it.
You get like 3 opportunities to open and close the fridge door. And if you've done that and the dirt cake is still there, I'm sorry. It's fair game. It's like you've turned it down 3 times by that point. And you're like, I was making Navy lunch by opening the fridge.
That's what we have too.
And that was all within 15 minutes. Those don't count as 3 fridge openings and closing. Hey, I don't make the rules.
Awkward pause.
I can't hear you, Caden. What are you trying to say?
Oh, dirt cake is, it's made with like cream cheese and butter and Oreos and pudding, I think. There's an art to it. My mom makes
Still
legit
getting
the best
tasty.
the best dirt cake.
It's think like fluffy vanilla pudding with Oreos crushed up in it.
Yeah, it tastes like the white part of it tastes like the inside of Oreo cookies.
But 1,000 times better.
It's so freaking good.
It's
amazing.
I'm pretty sure it's got some kind of addictive drug in it as well, because once you start eating it, it is like you will eat until you get sick, and then you'll still want more. It's just that good.
Ooh, tapioca. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one.
All right,
Bye,
ladies
guys.
and gentlemen, Candy Thunder. Thank you so much for being up here. All right. Okay. Our dirt cake's very different. We had a dirt cake the other day that was made with chocolate, like the chocolate pudding, and it was different. It was different. Watching from Scotland, Holly. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. A woman without rights. Put that on a t-shirt. Put what on a t-shirt? Need the mama's recipe. Candy Thunder. We've talked. We haven't posted a dirt cake video yet, have we? No. We've talked about it. Here's the problem. Whenever we end up getting our hands on a dirt cake, it's gone too quick before we have the opportunity to like show it to anybody. Elevated. Oh, there you go. There you go. Elevated. Elevate. Mad Hatter Gal, thank you so much for the roses. Mary Ann with the roses as well. Alex, thank you so much. OMG, it's a Tweety with the heart. May Joy with the rose as well. Akairu with the heart me as well. And we are still going for those Franktastics to get Caden Thunder up here. We're at 26 of 45 right now. Kate, Laura, Nicole, thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. And we're going to dive over to our next story here, which is jumping back to story number 2, right, Tony? Okay, just making sure that I'm heading in the right direction here. D. Thompson, it depends. So there may be gummy worms on it, and really only the kids will take that. We end up eating it without. If it's an adult dirt cake, we do it without gummy worms, but sometimes the kids want them on there. So, hey, Bradley, it's typically for us the vanilla, not the chocolate pudding. Mother Trucker, welcome. Glad to have you here. Okay, this is another follower submission. OP, if you're in chat and you want to claim your story, you know what to do. This story is, am I the astronaut for calling my mother-in-law toxic and a narcissist? Where mother-in-law alert, custom emojis coming from the VIP group, write me out. I, 29 female, and my husband, 28 male, have been together for 3 years. Everything with his mother-in-law was great until I fell pregnant last year in May. Fell pregnant? Makes it sound like an illness. Do what? Okay, gotcha. It's okay. See, this is one of those instances where we need your microphone, where you can tap and chime in there. It started with constantly calling me during our midwife scans. I had to have my phone on as my partner couldn't be there, so I'd FaceTime or call him. She tried to get me to move into her family's house as I live 5 hours away in her word. OP is in chat. Heck yeah. Yeah, Nikki, we don't have their mic hooked up yet. We're waiting on a cable to show up. We're going to get it. Jenny. I'm going back and looking for you. Okay, cool. Jenny. Awesome. Welcome. Thank you for claiming your story here. It started with constantly calling me during our midwife and scans. I had to have my phone on as my partner couldn't be there, so I'd FaceTime or call him. She tried to get me to move into her family's house as I live 5 hours away in her world, and it was what's best for me and the baby to get all the support as my partner lives and works 2 hours away, even though I live 20 minutes away from all my family. She constantly nagged me to move near her or in with her. Akairu subscribed and became a member of the Storm. Welcome to the Goshekin fam. Glad to have you. It came to Christmas, and she and father-in-law came to our house. Everything went well until we went out for dinner, and she proceeded to talk about my husband's ex-fiance and wondered how she was doing and if she sold the ring he gave her, etc., and that our baby was hers, and it's 25% her DNA, so she can call her baby. What? What the? Okay. Yeah, we're going to red flag that, and we're going to red flag that again because what? We ended up leaving, and my mother-in-law was pissed. I was upset and said, we've made her feel so uncomfortable, and we didn't make her feel welcome. A week before I gave birth, I sent her a text just a reminder that we're not having visitors for 2 weeks so we can enjoy our time together and so I can recover. She sent my partner a voice note not even 5 minutes after I sent that, telling my partner that I needed to respect that this is her grandchild and she will be at the birth, and that I needed to respect her decision and that those 2 weeks together aren't special. Oh, lady. Oh, lady. Skittle, resubbing to Stay with the Storm. Glad to have you in the fam still. I'm like, I'm stretching. I'm getting myself ready for a knockdown drag out between OP and mother-in-law here. Long story short, she and father-in-law came up when the baby was 2 weeks old, and mother-in-law asked to come up 2 weeks later after my husband had gone back to work, but all three of us caught COVID. So I told her that she and her daughters couldn't visit, and her response was, "The girls will be so disappointed." We stopped speaking for months because my mental health declined because of her, and she's tried to worm her way in recently. Last weekend, she told my partner I was toxic and narcissistic and stopped him from speaking to her. I've told my partner whatever relationship he wants with his mom is up to him, but I don't want anything to do with her as she's lost that right. She sent me a text being all nice after she got off the phone to my partner, slagging me off. So I basically told her that I wouldn't have thought it was sincere if she didn't say what she said. And she's been the problem all along, not me. She's been toxic and narcissistic, and I'm dumbfounded she thinks that I am. Am I the ass Canot? No, hell no. Hell no here. This is one of those instances where mommy wants control. Mommy wants to maintain control. And because her child helped produce something, i.e. your child, that means that she has a claim to it and she gets to make decisions and she has control. Nope. Sorry, mommy. That's not how any of this works. You don't like it? Go talk to a lawyer and see what they say. They're going to tell you the same thing. That's not how this works. You don't get to disagree with mom and be like, oh, I will be there. Oh, those 2 weeks that you're saying you're not having visitors for? No, you don't get to decide that. I get to decide that. No, you don't. You know, so, mommy, your son, i.e. my husband, speaking from OP's point of view now, obviously, that's your child. And a long time ago, you got to make decisions when it came to him. But then he became a big boy. And he entered into a relationship, a marriage, made a child of his own, and you don't get to control things anymore. You just don't. Jenny, okay. This is, I don't know how long ago this was, Jenny, but how has it been lately? Tell me that. Riddle me that. How has it been lately? Likes are going slowly today, Goober? Oh, we're at 271K already. We're good. We're at 30%. We're rocking right along. We're okay. Sujin, thank you for the share. Greatly appreciate that. Angel with the mother-in-law alert. Jenny says she keeps calling my partner and leaving voicemails. How does your partner feel about all this? Is your partner as annoyed as you are, or is it this grain of salt with everything because it's mommy? And here's where I'm getting at. What's the likelihood of her crossing a line where your partner says, okay, that's it, no contact? What's the likelihood of that happening? And good point, or good question from Walter Nitty here. Is your partner on your side? Oh, Jen, put the voicemails and text on Facebook to tag the whole family. Hey, you know what? You could download the audio from all those and you could do a really fun edit. Just one edit, just make a compilation. And you can be sitting there making facial reactions while you're listening to all those. And that would be a great TikTok video, actually. It would be really good. So, Jenny, the question on the table right now is your partner on your side? She said, yes. Sorry, I missed it. He's over it, honestly. He's angry. She put me in so much stress. Good. Okay. So anger, pain creates change, right? So that anger is hopefully enough pain for him to create some change. He can create boundaries with her. I don't know how familiar he is with doing that previously. I don't know if he's ever hit this point in his life or in his relationship with his mom where he had to set a hard boundary and be like, you shall not pass. He may have to go Gandalf on this and really create a firm boundary here that says you don't get to say this kind of shit, or you don't get to have a relationship with me or my child. You don't get to act like this, or you don't get to have a relationship with me or our child. You've already burned the bridge that would allow you to have a relationship with my partner. Now it's a relationship with me that's at risk. Do you really want to go there? He may have to do that. Do you think he would ever do that? We've tried making boundaries, but she's broke every single one. She doesn't listen and is entitled. Okay. If you create a boundary and it's stomped upon, what happens? A boundary is really only a boundary if there's some kind of reaction whenever it gets crossed. There has to be some kind of, I'm not going to say punishment, but punishment. There has to be something that happens whenever she crosses it. If it's I'm going to block your number for 30 days every time you cross this boundary, or every time you do this one thing gets taken away. There has to be some kind of negative effect that happens whenever she crosses these boundaries, or she's got no reason to stop. You see what I mean? There is no punishment. There's no hot stove. She can just keep touching it. She can keep, it's like an electric fence with the dog, but the electricity's not turned on. Like, it's not that I would ever condone that. But you know what I mean. Amy McAllister subscribed for the first time. Welcome to the Gosh Heck and Fam. Glad to have you there. There's got to be accountability and consequences, Mary. Yes. Agreed. And consequence. Yes. Thank you, guys. Words are hard. I have a hard time finding them sometimes. We've told her we won't have her here, but she says she'll change, but never has. Well, then you got to follow through with the consequence side of that for her to ever truly change anything. There has to be a follow through with the consequence, or you can't expect anything to ever change. You're absolutely NTA for calling her toxic and a narcissist, because she is. But at this point, that's not going to stop you from feeling the pain that you're feeling. There has to be some kind of change. And for you, it feels like it's going to have to be the follow through. It's got to be follow through with the consequence. And you and your partner are going to have to come together on the same page and decide to be firm on that and have a plan that you are both following to a T, and that consequence has to be followed through. And it is either going to block her number for X amount of time, or explain to her that you're going no contact for X amount of time, period. No physical, no phone contact, no nothing. But something has to happen. Ah, 37 to 45 on our Franktastics. We're getting close. Akairu with the love you. Thank you so much. TLS with the Franktastic. Plutbug with the 92 roses. Thank you so much for that. I see what you did there. Chuck 84 with the lightning bolts. Angel with the Franktastic. Plutbug with the cap. I'm going to screw it up one of these times, and I'm going to say it the other way around. Amy, of course, subscribing for the first time and joining the storm. Glad to have you here. Valerie, Plutbug again with more roses. I'm not going to screw it up. I'm not going to do it. And a heart me. Goober with Franktastic. Kate McKinley with a rose. Paige sending the first gift with a love you. Megan with the rose. Mummy with a rose as well. Tony Spark with Franktastic. Lucinda Stina subscribed. Heck yeah. Glad to have you as a member of the fam as well. Creepy Spice with the heart me. Tony Spark. He's inching us that way. 38 to 45. Only a few more Franktastics to get Caden Thunder up here. It's Caden Thunder and confetti. Caden and confetti. Do what?
Yes, he really wants to.
Oh, you got, yeah, we got to get, since Jesse's taking photos today. Hey, Angel with the dino. Heck yeah. That was interesting. I have not seen that one before. Tanya with the team bracelets. Jamie with the lightning bolt. Miss Helene with the finger heart. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. And crazy reader Stephanie, thank you so much for the shares. Greatly appreciate that. Jenny, she texted my mom when I was in theater and she was jealous, and she'll never. Yeah, I stick to this where the consequence has to be followed through, and it's going to have to be firm enough to create pain that would create change on her end. It has to be something that matters to her, or you're going to go through this for the rest of your life. At some point, it's got to be firm enough to create pain. So what matters to her? Is it the relationship with your partner? And if so, put it on hold. See how she survives for 30 days without being able to talk to your partner. You may have to do some experimentation with creating pain there. Carrot Gravy, thank you so much for the follow. Some random Sammy with the share. Thank you so much, Joy. If things were going too fast for me. Joy Sicily, thank you so much for the shares there as well. Merveline with the follow. Thank you so much. We got there. We got there with the Franktastics. We're going to go ahead and give some thanks here and then get Caden Thunder up here to have a bit of a chat with you. Let's get some confetti rocking and rolling here. TLS Journey, T Hef, Michelle Heather, AK Mary, Chelsea Stevens, Pam K, DJ JM, Tony Spark, Elise Newman, Twinkle Saz, Wonderfully Wonky, Jill's Realm, Beth Bars, Haley Rain, Ob's Little World, Dylan Sprague. Got me. I peed a little. There's like a dust.
Yeah.
Luckily, that one didn't shoot the metal bracket out. Good. It's still there this time. Yeah. Hey, let me see that. The last few that we've shot have shot that little piece out. This one didn't. Thank goodness. But oh, he's collecting them? Are you going to make like a belt or something? Yeah. Beth Bars, Haley Rain, Ob's Little World, Dylan Sprague, Ann Bracker, Bebop, 610, Prep Girl, Mama Silver, Josh Inagami, May, Featherhead, Sir Gotham Knight, and Katie Davenport. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. We're going to get the next one set up here, and it is on seasonal theme as well here. We've got this many of those. And this is going to unlock a spicy story in confetti. And it is 400 Black Cats. We are on Black Cats now. And let me go ahead and get back to this. And let's see what this dude's up to.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. How do you do? How do you do?
How do are you?
How do you do?
What's your favorite fall drink?
What's my favorite fall drink? I like lots of fall drinks. I like almost all the fall drinks. I like pumpkin spice anything. I like pumpkin spice frappuccinos and pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice smoothies, and pumpkin spice frosties. I have 3 pumpkin spice candles that are different shades of pumpkin spice smells that I have in my room.
Dang.
I like the pumpkin spice. I like wearing flannel. I like wearing hoodies, so I like wearing flannel over my hoodies. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
What's up, Sergeant Mac? Josie,
What?
so some people
Oh.
haven't been exposed to this drink. This is my oldest son,
I
Caden Thunder,
am the eldest boy.
who just turned 21. Hey,
He is the eldest son of the Thunder Dynasty.
Yeah, I'm the Kendall Roy.
I
I say that
share
every
with
time.
him. So you recently turned 21.
I've recently turned 21. Yeah,
Yes, we just covered that.
I know, but you told me to share with them.
Okay, no. So since you've just turned 21,
Yes, I just turned 21.
all right. Let me get the next part out. How have you enjoyed your 21 in this? How has the adventure into being 21 been? Yeah, share that with him.
Alcohol.
What's
It's pretty great.
What's been your favorite so far? What have you not liked?
I tried. I do not like Fireball.
Good choice.
I don't like it.
It's a fall drink, though.
It's not my fall drink. Mm-mm. I had a margarita. It was called an El Diablo margarita, and it was like red wine and like sangria and some other stuff in there, and it had like red honey around the lid, and it like stained my beard, made me look like I murdered someone. It was nice.
It was nice. Oh man. Did you had a margarita as well?
I've had a few. Yeah, I've had a few margaritas.
Did you like those?
Yeah, they're great. I tried a Sunset Beach. That was pretty nice. I tried a drink from one of the local restaurants we have. It was called The Dude. It's supposed to be like vodka with like cinnamon and like cream or something in it. It was good, but it was very strong. So I got through a couple of sips and started to go to the moon, so I had to back down a little bit. The moon is not for me right now.
I think Caden would last about 10 minutes with 10.
Yeah.
It takes like one hard Mountain Dew to get me tipsy, so it was nice. It was a nice experience. Venom, I need to try Venom. I've been told I need to try a Long Island iced tea. Also, to cover the bee incident that happened at the beginning of the stream, because I'm still quaking in my Converse from what happened. So I was sitting in my chair, and I was looking at the chat, and I was watching the stream, as I do on Wednesdays, and I felt a buzzing in my ear, but I thought maybe I was just losing it, you know? So I moved my hand, and then a bee, a giant, it wasn't even a bee, it was like a mutant bee crawled out of my hood, and it was like right up in my groove, and it was just not for me. It was, you know, save the bees, but save them away from me.
Just not that one.
Not, he can be saved. He can just be saved in a different location. I do not want bees in his house. I did try Angry Orchard. It was pretty good, but I haven't tried it with Fireball because Fireball tastes like angry, spicy apple juice.
Spicy apple juice.
Also, I didn't really love White Claw because that tasted like TV static.
What does TV static taste like?
Like White Claws.
Oh, it's too much.
Resonated with whatever's going on in my brain all the time.
White Claw. Yeah.
Like, zzz. It does.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean. Come on.
Nikki,
Come on,
yeah.
chat. You know what I mean.
People agree.
They agree.
TV static, yep.
I speak, the people listen.
They get it. They get it. All right, we better jump back into some stories.
All
here. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Save the ferrets.
Save the ferret. Oh, there's a shirt. It's like Save Ferris, but Save Ferrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, always an enthralling conversation with Caden Thunder, and he always has like the most epic thoughts. You know, the things that you just never ever think about. Just comes out of left field. Save Ferrets. Frankie J's mama says, get a mango strawberry margarita at Olive Garden. It's amazing. And I don't drink, I get elevated. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, so for someone who doesn't even drink, says that one is amazeballs. Candy Thunder and I don't really drink. It's not because we dislike it. I think it's a time thing. And for me, I just got to the point in life where I'm like, the cost, not the monetary cost, but that too. Yeah, no, it's the tax that it puts on my body and my mind, like afterward. It's not worth the hangover. I don't have time for that crap. I don't have time to be slowed down like that. So, I don't want to feel like crap the next day. So I just choose not to. There's other ways. C Sizzle, do you know who Ferris is, Caden Thunder? Okay, yes. What's Ferris's last name? Yeah, he got it. He knows. Hunter Girl, no idea. But TikTok is fickle. And they have all kinds of explanations for why you may or may not get notifications, but you don't have to rely on that anymore. If you go to dusty-thunder.com, we now have a functional SMS notification system. You can sign up to get a notification to your phone whenever I'm going live. And that, it has been working lately. So we're thankful for that. Shane put in a lot of time to get that thing up and running, and now it has been working pretty well. So, Honda, no. So Candy is not Caden's bio mom. We're a blended fam. Akasha, you got your text. Heck yeah. Anna from Portugal, welcome. Glad to have you here. Wonky, it is global. It is global service, so we can send you that text anywhere. We're over the halfway point on the Black Cats so far, 229 of 400. We're at 41% of our likes goal already and still climbing, so we're rocking and rolling here. And we all ready for story number 3? Is that correct? I can't believe you even let this one hit the document, Tony.
I know, but I think I want to wait.
You want to wait on this one?
Until she's back.
Okay. So you want me to bounce to what?
Yeah, but you gotta read the note.
Oh, okay.
It's very important.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So a quick note before we dive on to our next story here. Again, we're climbing with our black cats. We're going to hit that here momentarily. Don't forget to follow Candy Thunder, who is at Candy Thunder 1 on TikTok, and Tony Spark, who is at Tony Spark _ on TikTok, and at Thunder and Spark on Insta, who has their own Insta channel there. We're going to be filming a new episode of Thunder and Spark this Friday, and we want to know from you what you would like to see us talk about. And
Monitoring the chat.
yeah, Tony Spark is monitoring chat to take down some suggestions. And again, you know, this isn't typically the normal like AITA story driven. We go from like hot topics, pop culture. We get into some weird stuff. We may get into some like revenge story, some petty revenge or something like that. Are there any other categories that you would like to see us cover? What do you want to see us talk about? Nisi, Travis, and Taylor for sure. I don't know that we're going to be able to keep them away from that one. Dally Green, subscribe for month 1. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Fussy Turtle, getting the black cat in there. Thank you so much. Alexia with the roses. Annette, black cat there as well. Lisa with a rose. We have a lot more black cats coming through. We're going to hit that shortly, and I'll be sure and thank all of you when we hit it. Holiday traditions. Nikki, I don't know. My accents flow in and out. Malicious compliance. Xantelope says, yeah, that would be good. Nuclear revenge stories. Spooky story, reality TV. Mansplain reality TV. Oh, the red pill manosphere. Katie, so subscriptions actually work by, you get exclusive access to a number of things. We have a VIP Facebook group that you get access to after the normal live, the public live today. We'll do a VIP live. So we'll spend about half an hour to 45 minutes with just the VIPs, just chatting afterwards. You also get access to some other exclusive things too. And you can sign up on that by hitting, what is it? The star bottom left. There's a couple of ways to sign up for it. Gotcha. So you want me to skip 3 and go to 4? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Next story for today is another follower submission. So OP, if you're in chat and you want to claim your story, you know what to do. This one is, am I the astronaut for taking my best friend on a trip that I was meant to take my ex on for his birthday? Hello, guys. I was hoping you could direct my moral compass. My ex and I split up a little over a month ago. We were together for 9 years and we have 2 kids together. He was selfish, always went out whatever he wanted and went on 2 solo trips this summer while I was at home with our kids trying to juggle work 5 days a week, running my own business and school drop-offs, etc. Hence the breakup. Oof. We'll go ahead and start this off right there. I had gotten him tickets to his favorite band, paid for our travel and accommodation for his birthday in December of 2022. The trip is on November 1st, 2023. When we broke up, he went on a holiday with his friend for 5 days. During this time, I was feeling quite annoyed, so I asked my best friend, did she want to come with me on this birthday trip? She delightfully accepted because we get a night away without our kids. He texted me today to ask for the trip details so he can take his friend, which I had suggested before he went on the holiday. To which I replied, I'm taking my best friend. Am I the astronaut? I started to feel bad about it seeing as it was his birthday gift, but on the other hand, he's always done what he wants and went away on trips without me while I've been pregnant with both kids. Hold up. Have we heard from OP yet in here? I think I've got to like go back and try to clarify some things. Okay. So let me try to get the details straight. OP and X split up a little over a month ago. They were together for 9 years, have 2 kids together. When was this gifted? I had gotten him tickets to see his favorite band, paid for our travel and accommodation for his birthday in December. Okay, so this was a gift that was given in December of 22. And now he's like, hey, I still get to do this because it was the gift that you gave to me. And she's like, nah. I'm reneging on that. I'm going to take it back and I'm going to take my friend instead. How do you guys feel about this? Yeah, the gift was presented, I'm sure, with here's the tickets or here's the details for whatever it is in December. And they broke up a month ago before the trip actually happens. So is it once you give a gift, it's given and you don't get to take it back, even though the delivery or the execution of that gift has not happened yet? Or do you have the opportunity to take it back? Miss Helene, she paid for it. Doesn't mean she gifted it to him. Well, here's what confuses me, though. And here's where I want to make sure I'm being careful about it. She said, I had gotten him tickets to his favorite band, paid for our travel and accommodation for his birthday in December of 22. But the trip is November 1st, 2023. So she got him tickets for the band in December. So it was a gift. I mean, that's what we're ended up happening here. That's what is ending up happening. Words are hard. Ellen says you can definitely take a gift back that is a trip. I mean, you could definitely take it back because you haven't delivered on it no matter what. I don't think it's a question of can you or can't you. I think it's a question of are you an astronaut if you do take it back. It was their trip, I believe. Yeah, so they were going to go together. And his assumption now is, he still gets to do it because it was a gift given to him, and he's going to take his friend. And OP is like, no, I'm going to take my friend. You don't get any of this now. The general consensus here is no, you're not. I'm sure that he is going to feel differently, but do what you want here because you have been wronged so many freaking times by this dude who has just taken off and left you to deal with everything. So you can consider this a penance. You can consider it whatever you want. You're not the asshole for not delivering on that. He's going to try to convince you that you are. That's for damn sure. I think what we know about him to this point and him already asking for the details because he was going to take his friend tells you what you need to know there. He's going to try to spin this into you being a huge asshole and you can't take that back because you already gave it to him for his birthday. That's the narrative that's going to come through here. He has just decided to go take numerous trips on his own and left you to deal with everything. So that can be your ammo if you need it, which you don't. But if you do, if you feel like you need to say something to justify your keeping it, be like, you know what? The 30 trips that you took and left me alone with the kids and handling everything else, you consider that your gift, your parting gift. NTA here, he's going to try to convince you otherwise, though, and just be ready for it. Be ready for it and cite whatever you need to cite, or you don't have to give an explanation at all. But he's going to lay it on thick. Mary says his half could still be given. He had to pay for his friend, and she gets the money for her half. If she wanted to buy it, yeah, 344 or 400 on our black cats right now. We're getting close. We are getting close. Record it for him, Sergeant Mac. There you go. If you go on this trip and you record it and send him a recording of his favorite band, you would definitely get this award. You get the petty confetti. Look, Shiny says a gift is a gift. And I think that's the narrative that you're going to get from him. You're going to get, you gifted it to me. It belongs to me now, but it hasn't been executed on. And I think that's where the gray area here is. And because OP had been wronged so many times in the interim here, taking this one thing back, which only half of it was technically his in the first place, right? Because they were going to go on it together. Taking it back is beyond justified. Bexy Boo with Boo Crew says NTA, but if you feel bad, give him his ticket and sell him the rest if he still wants it, which is an option. I mean, if you don't care about going to see this band, you can charge him for the other half, or you charge him for all of it if you want. If he wanted to be able to go to this show, shouldn't have been an asshat. Sounds like the Disney trip story. A little bit, yeah. See, I gave my ex a motorcycle. I also took it back and sold it. There you go. I mean, you're not transferring title on it or anything. Did the person actually give it to him in his hand, Colette? Not sure. I don't know. You know, it could have been one of those things where it was a card just saying what's going to happen or copies of the tickets or whatever. So Tinker Truck says give him the tickets to the show, but nothing else. Yeah, still NTA. yeah, you've already accommodated above and beyond here. So tell him to pound sand or charge him for it. If he wants them that bad, you could sell it to him at a discounted scalping rate. We have hit the Black Cat goal here. Let's go ahead and give some thanks for that. TLS Journey, Eat Take Johnson, DJJM, Hunter Girl, Bogus Truck Life, BB Estrida, Pam K, Kate McKinley, AK Marie, Katie Davenport, we've got Courtney Lynn, Michelle Heather, Elise Newman, Sue Ann, 257, Flower Girl, 77, Prep Girl, Jill's Realm, Annette Madron, Valerie Shadowcat, Chelsea Stevens, Candy Thunder, God, I peed myself again. I done did it. Gonna be confetti and a pea puddle down here to clean up afterward. See, Tony, I'm not cleaning that up. Candy Thunder, Lady Stormfly, Piotr, Haunted Gal, Okie Dragon Mama. We've got Hazel Love, Jofa's Mommy, SP Crazy Canadian, Kootenay Mom, Dylan Sprague, C Sizzle, T Hef, Jarby, Sharon Day Newton, Becky Poirier, Akai Ryu. I'm gonna screw it up. Please help me. Ali Franz, Theo Rars. No, I'm going to try it. Theororus Rex. I knew I had said it before. It took me a minute. Theororus Rex. Okay, got it. Leanne Marie. Barry McCockiner. There he is. Mava Loves. Monica Snake. Wonderfully Wonky. Sharon Smith. Tinker Truck. This kid's mom. And DeRussell. Tony Spark gets a kick out of me having to say that name. Barry, thanks. Yeah, we've got a buddy who's also a client who we had a call with earlier today, and he specifically spoke about he recorded a clip of me saying that name, and sent it back to me, and has apparently sent it to yes, Theosaurus Rex. I'll just call you Theo. I'll try. So, thank you guys so much for helping us hit that. We are going to get the next one set up here right quick. And what did we unlock with that? We unlocked Spicy Story. Oh, snap. Spicy Story. This one is going to be for a cake story. And confetti. And we are doing wolves. Okay. We get this set up right quick here. How many of these are we doing? Okay, got it. We are doing 75. Ooh, not 778. 75 confettis to unlock a cake story and confetti. Heck yeah. Miss Helene, so if I'm missing gifters, if the gifts are for the gift goal that we're going for right now, that should get everybody in there. And I'm trying to pick up. Oh, okay.
I think TikTok's the rankings aren't working.
Okay. It could be some TikTok glitches. If they are gifts outside of the goals of what we're going for, I'm trying to pick those up as we go. But if somebody gifts within the goal, then it should be listed on the list that we read from there. But we're doing our best with what we have from TikTok here. John Bogus with the heart me, greatly appreciate that. Martha Gear Hernandez with the rose. Mary Johnson with the roses. Hey, there's the cable that we need. Brittany with the heart me as well. Let me go through this and just make sure that I've got everybody on this side too, just in case we missed somebody. Brittany Ann Ross, Kate McKinley, Deanna, Hunter Girl, Paranormal Gal, Theosaurus, or Theo, Deanna, Annie Butcher, Hunter Girl, Bessia, Hunter Girl again, Katie Davenport, Paranormal Gal, Mary, Barry, Katie, Gen X Brat, Piotr Candy Thunder, Kate McKinley, Katharina, Melissa M, Jackie Dodge. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. We're doing our best to try to make sure, just giving you a heads up, we always interact a gift because I want to. Greatly appreciate that, Miss Elaine. Were you one of the ones that gave part of the Black Cat and your name wasn't on there? We're going to investigate and get it figured out. I'm scrolling to see if it's listed on there. Joy Luke with the love you. Violet with the rose. Greatly appreciate that. Courtney with the roses. Greatly appreciate that as well. Alexia with roses there too. Dally Green subscribed for month 1. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. And Miss Aline, I'm sorry if we missed you or have missed some other people there. We could have some glitchy things on TikTok's end, but we're doing the best we can. C-Sizzle, Ibana Silva, thank you guys so much. Marisol Aisling McCann, greatly appreciate that. Jessica, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Tinker, the tickets were the gift, so just gave him them, not the holiday. Oh, Tinker, was that your story? Oh, the check my private video spammers are back. Oh, good gravy. Good gravy. Okay, let's go ahead and dive over to our next story here. We're already rocking on the confetti. It's spicy reward story time, right? Perfect timing as Candy Thunder and Ava Thunder walk back in.
Welcome, ladies.
Spicy reward story time. Here we go. Title of this story is, I repeatedly put my boyfriend through anonymous tests, and last night he caught me. I, female 21, am dating my boyfriend, male 20. Or was. I don't know. I know I'm going to get called crazy and insecure for this, and I get it, but I test my boyfriend anonymously to see if he's worth keeping. I love him, and I don't want to find out when we're deep into our relationship that he's a bad person. So I will sometimes put him to the test through Snapchat and Instagram and Discord because he's a gamer. At least twice a month, I'll make a fake profile on Snapchat or Instagram and use photos of random girls to test my boyfriend's loyalty and or see if he has a type. I know it's wrong. I'll add him or DM him and write him flirty messages and ask him if he remembers me from high school. At first, he used to respond more often, just shit like, no, who are you? And stuff. But lately, he stopped adding these girls back and responding to them at all. Yesterday, my boyfriend was kind of cold with me, and despite asking several times, he refused to tell me if anything was wrong. My boyfriend is in a Discord server for a game he plays. I know he's in this server because I've used his computer and phone and seen that he's in it and regularly gets notifications for it and talks in it. My boyfriend didn't know this, but I have a Discord account and I have joined the server. I just wanted to see what kinds of things he was talking about in there and who he was talking to. Last night I opened the server through the account on my phone and searched up his username so I could see what recent messages he'd sent. There was one from sometime around mid-afternoon saying that he was having a shit day. This was shocking to me because he denied there being anything wrong. So I put my fake account to use for the first time and DM'd him pretending to be a guy asking if he was okay and needed to talk. Eventually, he replied with a short answer saying he'd be fine and thanks for asking. I said okay and asked jokingly if it was girl trouble since I wanted to see if he'd confirm it or mention me. To my shock, he said, good guess, LMAO. I said, been there, what's up? To which he did not respond. About 15 minutes later, I was getting restless and I made another account. I messaged him through that account saying I was having a shit day too and said my girlfriend was fighting with me to see what he'd say. No response. He calls me 4 minutes later and tells me to cut the BS and that he knows it's me, that he's not stupid and is sick and tired of my detective work and caught on to it a long time ago. This gets us into a huge fight where he tells me to find another relationship to be insecure in. I'm crying, begging him not to leave me and saying I'm sorry over and over, but he won't listen. He says he needs a break and hangs up. I've sent him 12 messages today between iMessage and Snapchat and even Instagram, and I've called him twice, no answer. Okay, slow down there. Now I'm having anxiety attacks and I feel like I can't breathe. I know I was probably wrong for this, but I just feel like he makes it hard for me to know him and I have to resort to these things. Oh, that's bullshit. This explanation at the end, I just feel like he makes it hard for me to know him and I have to resort to these things. Nope. This is some severe insecurity and trust issues, and you, OP, are being completely dishonest with him. This is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like you are lying to see if someone's telling the truth. Do you not see the hypocrisy in this? How is he ever supposed to trust you? How are you ever going to trust anybody if you're constantly testing them and lying to test them. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. This is a terrible thing to put someone through. And the fact that he caught on a long time ago and had just either played along or just ignored these things as he went, and let you continue down this path. Like, maybe that was him trying to cope with it and trying to figure out like how the hell to deal with it, or if it was worth dealing with, and finally just got fed up enough to be like, no, just this stop. And as expected, whenever you got exposed here, you using your skill set sent 1,000 different messages on 100 different platforms, and now you're hyperventilating and feeling like you're having a panic attack for it. Yeah, this is not a good look. This is not how you treat someone that you care about, that you love. You don't constantly test them. That is not how you treat someone you love. And putting someone through that all the time and lying to them to see if they're lying, yeah, this is a hypocritical ASCON one thing to do, yo. It's not okay. This is not how you treat people. And if you are this insecure, you need to spend a good deal of time alone to get comfortable and happy with yourself before you put this amount of pressure on someone else. We talk about this a lot, but being able to find yourself in a spot where you don't need someone else, you clearly do, by the way, OP, you need someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be him, but you need someone there. But you're also going to lie and test them every step along the way. You're going to mistreat them, and that's garbage. You have to get to a place where you are okay with you before you can ever be okay with someone else. But right now, you're an ASCON 1. Better fix that shit. Hey, we hit the confetti goal already. You guys are knocking them out of the park right now. We've got Bogus Truck Life, TLS Journey, Michelle Heather, Hunter Girl, BB Astrida, Theo, Elise Newman, Pam K, Chelsea Stevens, Haunted Gal, Annette Madron, Kate McKinley, Dylan Sprague, Nikki Davis, Cloud Mama, Hannah. Ooh, I didn't pee that time. I did jump a little. You're getting better at doing it when I'm looking away. You sneaky bastard.
You sneaky bastard. Always when I'm looking the other way.
Clown Mama, Hannah McKay, Prep Girl, Sarah Hibbetson, Okie Dragon Mama, Shorty, a.k.a. Svinja, Suan 257. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. Greatly appreciate that. We'll try to catch up on some of the other goals there as well, just in case we miss somebody, which it sounds like we probably are. This one is going to unlock a Miles appearance. Miles. And it is going to be... Okay. See if I can find it. There we are. How many of these? We have 750 high bears to unlock Miles. We're at 57% of the likes goal right now. Just started the new 750 high bears goal off to get Miles out here. But you guys just unlocked a cake story and confetti. And let's bounce back over to the other side here. Let's see what we're doing. That was the spicy reward story, right? Yeah, that's God, that's rough. Imagine finding out that you were in a relationship with someone who was constantly lying to you and creating fake profiles to test you. What did she say? At least once a month? At least twice a month. Holy shit. Billy Butcher from The Boys. We had this conversation earlier. Yeah. We did. We had this conversation earlier. Because you said I should dress up as Homelander, right? I said, I'm not, the beard is staying. And then he said, well, you could be Butcher. I'm like, that I could do. That I could pull off. Mrs. Daddy, yeah, but you don't know what he's like? Well, sure, but nobody is worth treating like this. And if someone is worth treating like this, you shouldn't be with them. If you feel like you have to do this to someone to test their integrity, then you shouldn't be with them. All right, let me catch up on some of those other gifts just to make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Peachy Keen, thank you so much. Stay at home mom K, Paranormal Gal, Amanda Suan, RT Tinker Truck, Paranormal Gal again, Random C, Plut Bug. I still didn't mess it up. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, Angel with the train. Heck yeah. D. Lucas, Elise, Gemma, Honey Bear, Wayward, Stephanie, Remus, Remus G, Fat Chick PHAT Fat Chick, John Bogus, Elise Newman, Chelsea Stevens, Pam K, Shannon, Jen here, Raiden, Big Mac 87, Annie Butcher, Just Jenna Smile, Chelsea Stevens, Mama Oki, Akai Ryu. I'm going to figure it out eventually. Miss Helene, Denise Silver, Angel, Crazy Mom Designs, Barry, Jessica Croft, Martha Aguirre Hernandez, Brooke, Jessica, Denise. Thank you guys so much. I hope I'm not missing people there. Wayward subscriber the first time to become a member of the fam. Welcome to the gosh heckin' fam. Glad to have you there. Theo with the high bears too. Dylan and Liz Piotr. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody there. Okay, we are ready. Are we doing cake story, or do you want me to go ahead and do story 3 first? Since Candy Thunder's back now. Go ahead and do the cake story. Okay. All righty, here we go. Okay, here we go. This story is a follower submission. It is a cake reward story, and it is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Making a Butt Cake for My Nephew? That's butt, B-U-T-T cake, not bunt. Butt cake. I, 38 female, make cakes as a side gig. I'm a teacher by day, but baking is a passion of mine, so I take 2 or 3 cake orders per month from friends and family who want a cake for one reason or another. I've done this for several years, so many of my friends and family call me for every occasion. My sister-in-law recently asked me to bake a cake for her nephew's 4th birthday, and of course I agreed. It was a Ninja Turtle-themed party, so the two of us brainstormed several fun turtle cake ideas, but she ultimately left the design up to me. Later that afternoon, I asked my nephew what kind of cake he wanted for his birthday, expecting an answer in the form of flavor. But being a 4-year-old boy, his answer was that he wanted a butt cake. Cool. So I asked him again later on, and again he said a butt cake. What cartoons is this kid watching? As the party date approached, I made a point to call them and ask to speak directly with my nephew and ask him again what kind of cake he wanted for his birthday. I was careful to explain that he'd be getting a cake that looked like a Ninja Turtle, but I needed to know what flavor he wanted it to be. And again, though, he insisted that he have a butt cake for his birthday. Now, I'm not usually one to deliver a cake that is not exactly as ordered, but I also love a good challenge, and really, I think the birthday boy should be the one who decides what kind of cake he gets anyway, so I made the boy a butt cake. Now are we talking about flavor or shape? I'm confused. It was the theme earlier on in the story. This is not, okay. I had a feeling that if I told my sister-in-law what I was doing ahead of time, she would veto the butt cake and force my nephew to settle for the turtle cake instead, so I didn't say a word. I just showed up the day of the party with a perfectly perky, bootylicious butt cake. It was glorious. 2 supple cheeks, 1 chocolate, and 1 apple. Get it? Apple bottom. With a silky caramel buttercream icing. This is the story. This is not me.
I know, it's funny.
Okay. Well, Candy Thunder's over there looking concerned. I'm like, this is not. To say my nephew loved it would be an understatement. He was ecstatic. He squealed and giggled and was jumping up and down. I know deep down that he was just testing me to see if I'd pull through for him, giving him something silly just because he'd asked for it. Well, I'm here for you, buddy. Auntie's got you. His mom, my sister-in-law, on the other hand, was not happy. She was actually pretty pissed. She said that it was inappropriate that her parents and grandparents would be at the party and would not appreciate this level of vulgarity, especially with it being a 4-year-old's party. She said she was embarrassed and refused to let anyone actually see the whole cake. We just cut it in the back and served it already sliced. She didn't talk to me for the entire party and hasn't spoken to me much since. It's been about 3 weeks now, and I have apologized to her several times. Am I the astronaut for giving my nephew the epic butt cake that he asked for? This is a follower-submitted story. I mean, I feel like kids decide on crazy things, right? And yes, you want to give him some say in what his cake is going to end up being, but there's also a point of something being ludicrous to the point of, okay, well, I can't do that. I can't do something crazy here. Like give you a booty cake in front of an entire family with parents and grandparents and that kind of stuff involved. I mean, it just can't. It just isn't the smart choice, letting a child choose those kinds of things. And again, you were trying to ask him what kind of flavor he wanted, and he kept responding butt cake, which is where the whole is this flavor or appearance thing came from. That you were trying to get the flavor out of him, and he kept pushing for this. So, but he's 4. Like he doesn't know the ramifications of what he's saying here. He doesn't know the ramifications of you actually showing up with that. So I feel like you should have known better. You did know better. There was a lot of risk involved with following through with this. And you're not the astronaut to him, but you are to a lot of people there. So it will be a funny story whenever he's older, but think about being the parent in this role and somebody showing up with a booty cake for your 4-year-old kid. I'd be embarrassed too. And I'd be like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Actually, our family is all pretty fun and understanding, and they would probably laugh about it too. But being a parent who is, going to wheel this out and sing happy birthday and want pictures of this to have for a while, I would think that this person would be an astronaut for doing this without clarifying with me first. Kid's 4. Like, come on. I mean, it's definitely a 4. You definitely should have. I think it's at least a 3. It may be a 2. For you definitely shouldn't have done that. Let's say should have done it differently, because should have consulted with the parent first, let them know what was going on so that it wasn't a surprise, so that it wasn't a shock whenever you showed up with it. I'm at a 3 here. Was the resemblance uncanny? Not a 2. A soft 4, Sergeant Max says. I'm sure it was funny to everybody else involved, but to the parent, like you feel ultimately responsible for everything that happens that day, right? So it would be hard not to view that person as an astronaut. It is funny. But man, if it was my kid that this had happened to, I would have been pissed. Now, a backup cake would have been a damn good idea. And if OP had made a backup cake and shown up with that, all good. Because then you don't have to show the family the booty cake. But it ain't what happened.
If you bring a butt cake to a birthday party, does that make you a solid number 2?
Tony Spark said, again, this is one of the occasions we need that microphone hooked up. Said if you bring a butt cake to a birthday party, does that make you a solid number 2? Oh man, yeah, I think she was paid for it. It's a side gig. So I'm assuming she's paid for it here. That's wild. Perky, voluptuous number 4. Nope. Imagine where they'll put the candle. Oh yeah, you can have all kinds of fun with that. But man, Heather with us for month 5 as a member of the Storm. Heck yeah. Falaki with the Tiny, Becky with the High Bear, Kate, TLS, Samantha, Peter, Bessia, Theo, Smoots, heck yeah, buddy. Good to see you there. Sonia, Samantha. We've got Psychic Medium Tori, Ada Pack, Samantha Cassandra, Kay, Wayward Woman Without Rights, and Cat Paws. Thank you so much, Kay, with the mic check, Plut Bug, Beth, Hazel Love, Olivia Marie, Justina, Bubbies. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Remus with the chili, Sabrina with Lightning Bolt Phoenix, Sheena, Kate. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Janelle, good to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Why not just run it by the parents? Leslie. Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to do. And it's probably because OP knew they would shut it down and then she wouldn't be delivering what the kid wanted, but the kid's 4. It's 4. And ultimately, you're putting at risk your ability to support your side hustle, making cakes for everybody else, because now there's a risk involved. Okay, we are at 481 to 750 on our high bears right now, and now I believe we're bouncing to, yes, story number 3. Now that Candy Thunder's back, we can read story 3. We held off on this one for you. Okay, this is a follower submitted story. OP, if you're in chat, let us know. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Hating Taylor Swift?
Yes.
Oh, just already. Just
Yes. The answer is yes.
oh man. Okay.
Ask on a million.
The peanut gallery over here with Tony and Candy Thunder is fired up. Long story short, all of my friends and everyone I work with are completely obsessed with her and her relationships, and I simply can't stand to hear any more about it. I know I can't be alone on this, but I can't stand Taylor Swift. Every single day at work, she's the topic of conversation for at least 80% of the day. I have started shutting my office door and putting my headphones on so I don't have to hear about it. I only come out of my office to go to the bathroom. Everyone at work is saying or asking why I'm in such a bad mood or what's wrong with me. I've told them that I just don't want to hear another word about Taylor Swift, and until they can stop with it, they won't see me. They just tell me I'm the problem and that I need to calm down. Ooh. I go out with my friends and the whole Uber ride, dinner, and the whole time at the bar, it's Taylor this and Travis that. I'm over it. Instead of going out, I've started staying home on my couch in my cardigan where I can avoid her. My friends call me a mad woman for taking it this far, but call it what you want. I'm serious when I say I cannot tolerate it anymore. I feel like if this were a movie, people would start getting up and walking out right about now. Speaking of a movie, I hear Taylor has a movie coming out. Someone please tell me why. So for now, I'm on my own. This is me trying to stay sane, locking myself away at home, avoiding my friends and coworkers and everything on the outside until this era comes to an end, if it ever does. I hope they don't blame me if there's bad blood between us forever because I've warned them that they're losing me. Am I the foolish one for taking it this far? I don't feel like I've had any other choice. Maybe someday when everything has changed, I'll look back and say that I would've, could've, should've handled this differently. But right now, I don't regret going into exile. Am I the astronaut for hating Taylor Swift? You know, for someone who hates Taylor Swift, they sure included a lot of T-Swift references on here. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a couple of guest commenters coming over to give some feedback here. I won't do the intro because I don't have one that is for both of them, but we'll just go ahead and let them have the mic here for a moment. We've got Candy Thunder and Tony Spark, ladies and gentlemen.
The chat's going so fast.
Go for it.
And I don't think it's good.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
You'll have to scoot that way.
Hi.
First, we have to say that Jesse wrote this story about me and Tony. So we
As a disclaimer, yeah.
yes.
But she did so good
Yeah,
with the story that we
didn't
thought
give her
that
any,
you guys
she
would
just
find
wrote
it funny.
And yeah, she wrote it and sent it to us, and it was hilarious.
But to be fair, though, I feel like we have also converted Jessie into somewhat
That's
of a
true.
Swiftie because she now sings the songs and likes listening to it. She even watched a documentary. Yeah,
Jesse is an ask on one. No, she actually likes Taylor now, but
she actually does. Yeah,
I do feel like everyone. I don't think that Taylor is like overexposed. I think the media overexposes her way too much and uses it for clicks.
Yeah.
But
I mean, obviously we're very biased because we are Swifties. We're also Chiefs fans. So the whole Travis and Taylor thing, I would say consumes most of our day every day because we have to find pictures and see what's going on. And did you see that one? And, we're pretty obsessed with it at the moment, but that's fine. And you know what? It's not harming you that we're obsessed with it. And I think that's okay. If that's what somebody likes, that's what somebody likes.
Music is art. It's subjective, and no one is playing Taylor Swift in your ear 24/7, forcing you to like it. So if you don't like it, totally fine.
That's fine.
Just move on. If you do like it, welcome to the club. But you don't have to be shitty about a human being just because you don't like them.
And I think
it doesn't matter if it's Taylor or someone that whoever, just you don't have to be shitty about her personally just because you don't like her.
And you're obviously every person in the world is not going to like your music. Every person in the world is not going to like hers. You're not going to like who she dates. You're not going to like hearing about it. And that's okay. But I think what people have to understand too is that Taylor and Travis aren't calling NBC and saying, "Hey, cut to Taylor every time Travis does something," or "Here, make all these make an intro with these ridiculous puns." Those networks and the TV stations and the news, everywhere you click, they're doing that because people are clicking it and they're making money off of Travis and Taylor. I mean, last I saw, there's no interviews with Taylor about Travis, and Travis talks about her a little bit on the podcast, but nothing crazy. And
Daryl, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I don't think Taylor Swift tells people that they need a boyfriend, but
yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm just gonna call that one out. I don't think that anyone's ever said that.
And if you don't like Taylor, then that's fine. Turn the channel. Nobody's making you watch it.
Nope.
It is what it is.
Just be a decent human being.
But hats off to Jesse for incorporating so many Taylor Swift songs and lyrics and song titles into that. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. We're giving it
for life. We can change the subject now, so everybody who's upset can calm down now. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go work that mute button real quick.
Oh my goodness. What's I didn't know that Jesse had written this story. So as I'm reading it, my first thought is, man, it doesn't sound like anybody's getting work done at your workplace if 80% of the time is being spent on that. That's obviously an exaggeration. But yeah, I think in general, this is one of those things where, you do you. You don't have to like the same thing as everybody else. You don't have to hate it just because a lot of other people like it, though. But everybody has unique taste. You know what I mean? Everybody has completely unique taste. Everybody likes different things, and that's totally fine. That's what makes us individuals. So no, I mean, there's a difference between not liking something and hating it, though. I don't know. Caden playing the role of Kanye up in here. Nice. I can tell you personally, as a musician, I have a ton of respect. As a business person, I have a shit ton of respect for Taylor. It is what she's been able to accomplish has been just insane. And there are obviously people who take it way too far, but yeah, you can't be an ass enough for feeling something, Cooper. It's what you do with it, right? So, I mean, if you feel the dislike, that's cool. If you channel it in a way that makes you an asshole, then you're an asshole. It just comes to that, And I think that comes down to forcing it against other people. Right. Yep. I mean, choose to pay attention to it or don't. That's completely up to you. We are at 80% of the high bears right now, which is going to get Miles up here. We're rocking and rolling on it. Kate Plutbug. I haven't screwed it up yet. I'm going to stay on top of it. Michelle, Heather, A Flower, Denise, TLS, Mima. Thank you guys so much. Akai Ryu, Denise K, Kate McKinley, Hard Case, EB, Jack, Denise K, subscribed for the first time, became a member of the Storm. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam. Hard Case as well. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam. Kate McKinley, Sharon Day Newton, Christy A, Elizabeth, Sassy One, Peter. Okay, Barry. Barry has changed his name to Peter. Elizabeth, Denise, Sassy One. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Forcing it against other people. Yes. Yeah. I mean, either way, whichever way, if you like it and you're forcing it on people, yeah, that's an asshole move. If you hate it and you're forcing that on people, that's an asshole move too. It's like any other kind of belief. Okay. Are we ready to dive into story 5 here? Tony, is that right? Is that right? Am I correct there? Story 5? Or you're distracted? Team Tony Candy over there is distracted with chat for now. Oops. Get caught back up there. Hey, Linda Crawford, thank you so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Our next story is from the AITA subreddit, and it is, am I the ass enough for arguing with my daughter's dad after he told her about his diagnosis? Oof. Me, female 36, and my daughters, Leah, 13, dad, male 37, got divorced 3 years ago. We used to share custody of her, but now that her dad recently got diagnosed with cancer, things are a bit of a mess. Hey, Katie Davenport, welcome to the fam. Glad to have you. He and his family have been busy with his illness, and since Leah hasn't got to stay with him for 2 weeks now, he and his sister visited days ago. They saw each other, and he requested a private minute with her in the room. I gave them all the privacy they needed, but as soon as I heard commotion, I decided to enter the room. I walked in on them hugging, and both him and Leah were crying. I freaked out because I didn't know why she was crying, but she refused to answer when I asked. She left the room and I immediately asked her dad what happened. He told me that he just told her about his diagnosis. I was in shock. I asked if he seriously did that, and he looked at me confused. I told him he shouldn't have done that without telling me. He looked even more confused and said that Leah needed to know because he needs her as part of his support to recover, and said that he didn't get how and why he was supposed to wait for or consult me. I got mad and told him this wasn't okay, but he lashed back at me saying that he didn't need my permission to tell her since he is her father and since it doesn't concern me, but I disagreed harshly. I told him that he made a huge mistake because of how this can and will affect her mental and emotional health. He responded by saying that I was unreasonable to expect him to hide his diagnosis from her and act like he's okay when he's not. He called me selfish because I know how his health will impact his time with her, and he doesn't want her to think he's neglecting her when he's going through rough times. I told him she wouldn't notice, especially since I suggested having her come live with me while he gets treatment, which is what we're doing as of now. He didn't like what I said and tried to walk out, but I told him that we weren't done. His sister came in and started arguing with me, then told him to get ready to leave. She chewed me off for about 5 minutes about how I should stop having expectations of her brother and acting like I have authority or legal connection to him. Then I had her leave because I couldn't take it anymore. We haven't talked since then because his sister has been all over me about it. Am I the ass Canot for arguing with him? Their daughter is 13. Daughter is 13. How are you going to hide this from her? How are you going to protect her from this? And his reasoning of wanting her to know that he wasn't choosing not to spend time with her, there's a reason for this time that they're spending away, is well warranted. And guess what? If something happens during treatment, if he ends up getting sick or if he ends up passing away and he doesn't tell her, it's going to affect her much, much, much more. This is not one of those things, Mom, that you can protect her from. When it comes to kids, if you try to protect them from the world, and it's tough. It's tough as parents. You want to protect them from everything forever. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Our kids go from 21 down to 2.5. I get it. You want to protect them from everything under the sun, but you can't. You cannot protect them from people they love dying. You can't pretend like that doesn't exist. You can't pretend like it's not a possibility. And when there's a strong possibility of it happening, and if it's affecting her dad's health and that's affecting her time with him, and she ends up starting to think that he doesn't love her because he's choosing not to spend time with her, she deserves to know. She deserves to know regardless of all of that. If someone she loves, she's 13, she deserves to know. And you trying to insert yourself into this and say, no, you just screwed up because that's going to affect her. Well, no shit. It's going to affect everyone. Except for you, Mom, clearly, because you could give 2 shits less about what he's going through now. Your feelings of him are well known to the entire world now because of how you have handled this. You cannot protect your daughter from this. He is her father. She deserves to know. And if something happens and you had not allowed him to tell her, what were you going to say? How would you explain it to her then? Oh, he just randomly passed. Sorry. No, sorry, he was sick for a long time and I wouldn't let him tell you. And then she's going to hate you for it. The fact that you tried to keep this away from her, period, is probably going to end up with her hating you at least a little bit. She's going to hold this against you. I don't understand how you can think that keeping this from her is the healthy or right thing to do. You cannot pretend like this doesn't exist. This is real life. And if you try to treat her like this for all things, real life, when she becomes an independent adult, is going to be a super uber shock to her system. She's not going to know how to function out there in the real world because you've protected her from it. This protecting that you're trying to do is temporary. You're not always going to be there to do it. You're not going to be able to shield her from everything that is bad in this world, everything that could harm her in this world. You can't. You can only pretend like it doesn't exist so that when it does happen to her, it stings that much more. And it's that much harder for her to be able to cope with. Let her experience these things now while she has you there to talk to, while you can guide her through coping with things, while you can show her that it's okay to feel these things. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. You can be a guide right now, or you can be lazy and just try to choose not to deal with it, which is the path that you've taken here. I don't feel like this is you really thinking this is the right thing to do. I feel like this is you being a lazy shit parent and choosing not to deal with it because you don't want to deal with it. God forbid you ever get sick. Would you treat this whole situation differently if it was you? I think you would. Plotbug subscribing for the first time and becoming a member of the fam. Welcome, Devin, subscribing and becoming a member of the fam as well. Amber, Hunter Girl, Misfit Maker, Elizabeth. Sorry, I'm a little pissed off now. Kate McKinley, Beth, Astrid. Glad to see you all gifting through there. Thank you so much, Astrid, with the cat. Cool. The cat's cool. We like seeing the different gifts on here. Those are fun. Amanda Berger with the first gift there. Greatly appreciate that. Beth Wayward, Matthew Rigsby. Hey there, fella. If that's the Matthew Rigsby that I know. What's up, buddy? Tracy's Crystals and Creations. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate that. V6 with the heart me. This is just one of those stories that's like, what? I don't truly believe that she thinks this is the right thing. I believe that this is her not wanting to deal with something, which is just a lazy fucking approach to parenting. And it's going to hurt her child in the long run. Okay, so the question here is, am I the Askanach for arguing with my daughter's dad after he told her about his diagnosis? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to say that you're right here. This is a terrible shit thing to do. You did it for selfish reasons, not really for your child's benefit. And if it were you, you would treat this completely differently. You know what? Let's get some input from someone you guys haven't seen for a hot minute.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Miles. Miles is coming up here. Hey, do me a favor real quick here, Miles. Will you go through the list and thank our folks? I forgot to do that before you got up here. So we'll have Miles give thanks for us here. Here, I'll do it real quick and then we'll have you jump up. So sorry. So slight delay on getting Miles up here because I screwed up. Sorry, that last story has me all flustered. Kay, Siobhan, Hunter Girl, Michelle, Heather, TLS Journey. We've got Creole, Cutie, Wayward Darlin, Pink Pixie Dust, Pam K, Haunted Gal, Sharon Day Newton. We've got Jim Lamonte. We've got Urize RNA. Beth Bars, Peachy Keen, May Featherhead, Chelsea Stevens, Jen here, Amber Dreams, Simply Raiden, NB the G, Olivia and Sons, Kate McKinley. We've got Elise Newman, Okie Dragon Mama, Prep Girl, Mama Silver, Hazel Love, Dylan Sprague, Theo, Sue Ann. We've got Char Clark, Becky Poirier, Ali Franz, Flower Girl, Annie Butcher, Hannah McKay, Remuzg. We've got Hannah Elizabeth Berry. I'm not going to say the whole thing that time. It's we've got Barry, Piotr, Phoenix, Stephanie, Miss Helene, Mava, Berlioz, Shenanigans, and Wonderfully Wonky. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. Greatly appreciate that. I will go ahead and set up the next one. It's going to carry us through, but that's all right. Sorry, Miles. Hang on here for just a moment. Is it different? No. Okay, we'll go ahead and keep it the same there. The next one, we'll carry it over into VIP as well. We'll unlock confetti. We'll keep it going right there. Okay, there we go. We have confetti cannons now for confetti cannons. And let me bring Miles back up. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles Griff.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
What are your thoughts on... Did you hear that story that we just got through?
I heard some of it, enough to agree that, yeah, this is...
It's shite.
Definitely the a-hole in this scenario. Also, trust me, it was way better that he read everybody's names. I would have screwed all of those up. I'm sorry. How's everybody doing? Oh, also, wanted to go back and talk about, I know this was a few minutes ago, so maybe not everybody heard, but Discord. If you haven't joined the Dusty Thunder Discord, what are you doing? It's a great place to link up with other viewers of the stream, talk about stories, all kinds of stuff. If you don't know what Discord is, basically it's a big chat room for people of different niches to talk about their niche. That's my basic summary. If you want to know how to get there, it's in the link tree. My favorite fall drink, honestly, anything pumpkin spice. I like pumpkin spice, like Caden does. Pumpkin spice lattes. There's some good like pumpkin spice shakes you can get. Yeah, it's party chat on the computer. That's a good explanation there. I'm a basic white girl in a good way. Pumpkin spice frosty? Yes, I've had it. It is... I don't believe that it's real. Like, I think it's a taste that shouldn't exist on this planet because I can't get enough of it, but that's just my opinion.
Have you talked about the soothing images room in there and the kind of stuff that gets posted?
Not specifically. So Discord, one of our channels, we've got a soothing images channel. A lot of it's like pictures of people's pets and stuff that are just cute or cool artwork that people have done or just good photography. How do you get to the Discord? It's if you go to the link tree under Dusty's profile, there should be a little like alien icon thing in the social links. If you click on that, it'll give you the link to the Discord server.
Mava, heck yeah, you got the text today. Heck yeah. And how did the Soothing Images channel come about? Like, what was the purpose for it?
Someone just asked, like, hey, can we have a place to put pictures of, like, puppies and stuff so that we can look at those after reacting to a hateful story? Right. So the story that you just read,
yep,
people could go into the Soothing Images channel and calm themselves down. I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Also, I just nitro boosted the server, so we got some cool new stuff coming.
Nice.
And you know it's good because I'm investing my own money into this.
You shouldn't do that.
Well,
keep receipts. Reimburse. Keep them receipts.
I don't know if there's a receipt for that, but
yeah, we'll figure it out. we'll swap out the card on there. Need that after the Taylor story, BBH. Yeah. I forget what I was gonna say. Completely lost it. My brain is just fried. Somebody had asked if you were my son as well. How many kids do y'all think I have?
Well,
I have 5. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 5, but we're blended. But no, Miles is not. He's not my son. He's just part of the team here for the Dusty Thunder stuff and part of the Storm team. So he was actually the first person that we brought in to work specifically on Dusty Thunder stuff, and was recommended to us. He was at the local high school here, and his instructor actually reached out to me to recommend him specifically. Said he was a great video editor and solid dude, and you came in as an intern and have been here ever since. So it's worked out really well. We're happy to have him as a member of our fam here. So
stuck around.
That's right. All right, we'll go ahead and start wrapping up here. Miles, thank you so much for hanging out with us today and handling the Discord side of things. If you're on the Discord server, you will definitely see and interact with Miles on there. He's handling that whole side for us. So greatly appreciate that. Okay, it is 5:07. We will go ahead and wrap up here today. We are going to start prepping for the VIP Live, which we will have this on there. Wheel of Thunder will be coming up for for that during that VIP live, where the top 10 gifters and 2 new members of the Storm, 2 existing members of the Storm, will spin for, we got 2 sticker packs, I believe, we're spinning for today. Also, next week, don't forget, we have this coming up. We're doing Halloween live stream next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central. So make sure you set yourself a reminder, or better yet, right now, go to dusty-thunder.com and sign up for the SMS live reminder so you can get a text anytime that I'm going live. We don't trust the platforms or how they decide if they are or aren't going to notify you that we're live. So that is a way that you can make sure that you do that. Also, in Linktree, there are a couple of calendar events that you can subscribe to put them on your calendars as well. We're trying to do everything we can to make sure that you get reminders there. So greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Thank you so much for the love. Let me give some final thanks here as we go through this. Cooper, Tom, Vicky, Diana, Kay, with all of the confettis there. Cooper again, Tia, Plutbug, Kay with the autumn leaves. Greatly appreciate that. Let me go and get some confetti going here as we get ourselves as we close today. Stay at home mom, thank you so much for the confetti. Paranormal gal, Abby, Pam K, Mama Oki, Devin with the rose sending the first gift through, Pam K, Katie Peterson, Vicky, Abby Ryder, Monica Snake, Katie Peterson again, Wolf's Blood 007, Mama K Rose, Deborah Robertson, K Hunter Girl V6, Plutbug subscribing for the first time to become a member of the fam, Devin as well, welcome to the Gosheckin fam, Amber Olahar with the roses, Hunter Girl, Misfit Maker, Elizabeth Scholes, Beth Bars, Astrid, thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. Smoots with the chili. Shorty with the heart me. Aurelia, April Wilson subscribing to become a member of the fam. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on the VIP live here soon. And I don't know if this is Smoots or if this is Barry, a new name for Barry, but Peter, thank you. Thank you so much for the lightning bolt there. Greatly appreciate it. And love us, you as well. CN Sun, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Emmy, you've missed for months due to not getting the notification. Go to dusty-thunder.com right now and sign up for those SMS notifications. We linked those, we triggered those with our calendar that keeps track of when we're doing lives, and it has worked probably 5 times in a row right now. So we believe it's solid and is functional enough for us to tell you to go sign up for it. So go ahead there and sign up for that if you want to make sure you're getting the notifications. And for you VIPs, we'll see you here shortly. Give us about 10 minutes, all right? See you soon. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We greatly appreciate it. Woo! The Caden Thunder. Woo! Woo! Mama of a Monster and Cherry Blossom subscribing as well. Welcome to the fam. We'll